Okay, I got tagged today by Full Spectrum Survival. They wanted me to do a video on a topic that's going around about how would you deal with a 10-minute bug out time and what preparations do you do to prepare for such an event. Now we're talking about like someone knocks on your door, says there's an enforced evacuation of the area, you got 10 minutes to get your stuff and get out. Well, first I want to, before I start the video, well, even before I even get into that video, I just want to say, I'm sorry, but I'm starting filming on a new set tonight. Everything's different. My lighting's different, my camera's different, everything. So everything might be a little out of whack for a while. So my videos might not be the greatest quality for the next few days till I figure out sound and lighting and everything. They might be overexposed and not be able to be heard very well, or just a myriad of problems. So bear with me on that. But before I get into the topic, I want to say that I need to preface my opinions of what a 10-minute bug out is going to be. Now, a 10-minute bug out is not likely to be an end of civilization, a fall of mankind kind of a situation. When you have a 10-minute bug out, you're probably looking at one of the more common types of issues. Fire, flood, chemical spill, things like that. Things that are just natural disasters or man-made disasters where you have to evacuate a specific area for a short period of time, or maybe even a long period of time, but it's very localized. These aren't wide-ranging threats, because if it's a wide-ranging threat, where are you fleeing to? So when you're dealing with a 10-minute bug out, you're dealing with a very localized problem. So in times like that, one of my biggest tools that I have prepared is my get-home bag. Like I have said many times, this is not a bug out bag, because it's not something I would take and live on for long periods of time. It's enough to get me back home if I'm ever stranded away. Now, not only can it get you home if you're stranded away, but it can take you somewhere you need to go quickly. Like if you need to leave your home immediately and you have to cross country to get to your family's house, if that's the nearest relatives you have, it can get you there. Now, also, when I'm telling you, when you have a place the important thing is to have a place like that to go. No relatives or friends that you're going to go to, and it can't be someone who lives 2 miles down the street. They might be affected by the same disaster. Have someone in another state or a few states over, or even the other side of the country that you have their family or friends that you know you can go to in a time of real need. But like I say, that bag can get me from here to there. It can last me several days. Now, in that bag, I have emergency food. I keep Mountain House in there. But I also, in the trunk of my car, I keep 2 boxes of Mountain House food that's enough to provide 50 meals. That can get me and my family somewhere that can feed us while we're getting there. Now, I keep other things also. Of course, I keep bottled water in my car. I keep things like medical supplies in my car, tools in my car, things that are just normal things that you may need in a bad situation. And of course, I always keep a firearm with me too, that can go with me. There's one in my bug out bag, or my get home bag. So the important thing is that you have these things already ready to go in your vehicle, because in a 10-minute bug out situation, if it's not something you can grab immediately, you'll be surprised how quickly those 10 minutes will expire while you're trying to go around and remember where things are. So in those kind of situations, I know a lot of people are talking about how they're going to rebuild once they get somewhere they're going. In those kind of situations, I don't think that's even a concern, and I don't think it's very much of a reality either. I mean, look at all the other countries of people that are very self-reliant. They live off the land, and they still have issues with being able to do that when they get somewhere. So it's a little naive, I think, to think that we're going to have a few buddies that we all know we're going to get together somewhere and we're going to start civilization over again. But that is, like I say, that isn't even a concern in this kind of situation. It's a localized disaster, most likely, that you just have to get away from for a short period of time, maybe a long period of time, but you just have to get away from the specific area. So the way I look at it, it's pretty much the same kind of planning that you would make to get back home. Like I said, it's just like the stuff you'd put in your get home bag, but have it accessible, have it ready to go, have it in your car. Another thing you may make sure you know is know where your family is. Know what they're going to do. Know what you're going to do, how you're going to go get them. Like, I don't ever let my son be somewhere where I don't know where he's at, that I can't go get him if something went bad. Like if we had a chemical spill and we had to evacuate. But if you can't get together, another big thing is always let your kids know, let your family know, okay, if something happens, they have to evacuate the city I live in. You're on one side, I'm on the other. We can't get to each other before we evacuate. We are going to meet in this place. We are going to go straight to this place. And if this place isn't accessible, we're going to go to this place. Have 2 or 3 backup places, because your first place may not be available. So in a 10-minute situation, all I'm going to do is I'm going to deal with the stuff that I have already in my vehicle. I might throw a few other things in there, throw some clothes in, whatever you can grab quickly, family photos, things like that, because you do want to save your memories too. That's one of the things a lot of people think of at times like that. But I like to have the staples all ready to go in my car and have enough to last me several days in case I have to go across country, if I have to go to the next state. And also always be prepared, have it in something like, have carry gear like this in your car. Everything I have in my car is stored in backpacks. Just similar to this one, because you don't know when you try to evacuate a city. If everybody else is doing it too, so highways can become jammed. They can become impassable. So have part of your plan being a way that you can carry the supplies you take with you. If it's just everything is in your car and it's just loose in the trunk, well, that's going to be a difficulty once you get somewhere and you find out the roadways are blocked and noxious fumes are coming your way. So to sum it up, which is probably a little late to be short now, but have your stuff ready to go. Have stuff you don't have to gather up. Just have enough to get you where you need to go. Just think of it like that. If you want to do more, great. But what you need to do is just have enough to get you where you need to go. Have it ready to go and have places to meet up and have alternative means of carrying your stuff other than your vehicle. Where is the fucking off button on this damn thing?